read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
John and Rebecca Kane claim their open marriage surprised Mr. Kane's fiancée, and she refused to return her engagement ring. Caroline Sullivan says she pawned the ring when she learned he had a wife at home.
I see I've got John and Rebecca Kane as plaintiffs and Caroline Sullivan as my defendant. Okay, so tell us why we are in court today. I'll start with you, Mr. Kane.
I am here suing Caroline Sullivan today for the amount of $2,745, which was the price of a ring that I gave to her under an agreement that we had, and she ended up pawning the ring. So I'm just looking to get my money back for that ring.
And the reason that you gave her that ring was because you indeed intended to marry her?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you tell me what jurisdiction you live in, sir, where you are able to be legally wedded to more than one woman. No, that's a real question.
I am married to her. We have our own special arrangement as far as our marriage goes.
But y'all are court got to get clarity, Mr. Kane, so bear with me here, because these are some complicated facts, and I want to make it simple. You guys are legally married, you two.
That's
and how
correct.
long have y'all been married?
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah.
And you say that y'all have an agreement. I'm guessing this is an open marriage?
That's correct.
Okay, let me hear this from you, Miss Rebecca Kane.
Everything's perfect. We have
Is this
a baby.
your first husband?
This is my first and
Is
only.
this your only husband?
Yes.
Currently?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm his only wife.
Currently?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's gonna
Well, I'll
stay
ask
like
again.
that.
I'll ask again in 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. The answer is gonna be the same.
Okay. Let's back up. When and how did you meet the defendant?
Yeah, so I'm an airline pilot.
Oh. Well, you buried the lead, sir. You should have opened with that. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so because of my work, I have to travel a lot. That's kind of why we had our arrangement that we did, and that's to satisfy our own physical needs, our own romantic needs, and
We are very sensual, passionate people, both of us.
Yeah.
We have been like that throughout our relationship and entering the marriage, and when the baby came a year ago.
Oh, so you guys are parents as well?
We are.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
4 years ago, we decided to open our marriage because he would be gone for over a month sometimes.
Okay.
And I just never wanted him to come back home frustrated and angry. Whatever keeps him happy, I'm good as long as he comes back to me.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
have
sure
my
as
own
long as
friendships.
and I'm sure as long as that paycheck comes along with him, right?
Oh, that's a given. I have my own paycheck too.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now do you have your own romantic liaisons during his absence as well?
Yes. The
Okay.
only agreement that we have as an ultimatum in this style of marriage that we have is to never talk about our other friendships and never find out about other people. And it's been working perfectly so far.
Up and until you met this particular woman.
that's correct.
Okay, so pick up with that part.
Yeah, so I met her I'm stationed a lot at the Charlotte Douglas International
Very familiar.
Airport, and she works there. She's a bar manager at one of the places that a lot of airline pilots like to hang out. So I met her.
A lot of them.
Yeah. So
Oh, are you calling her a hoe, ma'am?
No,
Okay. No, let's just get
it's just
to
a
it.
fact.
Okay, just a lot of them. Okay.
The bar is right there.
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, so we hit it off. We had a lot of chemistry between her and me. She's a very sweet person. Just hanging out one night, had a few drinks. Things progressed from there. Went really well. So we ended up having a relationship of about 3 years or so.
Wait, 3 years?
Yes.
Every time
Yeah.
I think I know where this story is going, it goes somewhere completely different. Okay, so married for 8, open relationship for 4.
Yeah.
3 out of those 4, you've been in a bona fide relationship with this woman in Charlotte.
Yeah, that's correct.
When he's not home.
Yeah, when I'm not,
I got
when
that
I'm on
part,
the road.
ma'am. Thank you. Okay. That's one of his other friendships. I got it. Okay, so talk to me about 3 years with this woman. At some point, this relationship escalates to more than just casual.
Yeah, we were in love. I mean, we had, like I said, we had really good chemistry. She met my family one time.
Including your wife?
No, she did not meet my wife.
Oh, you have like your mom and him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Father and mother. And I wanted to take the next step with her to keep her in my life. So decided to propose to her, and she accepted the proposal.
Like you
On
got
a
down on a
spiritual
knee?
level.
Okay, Mrs. Kane. Okay.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
At what point, ma'am, do you find out that this man has a whole wife?
I started hearing like a ringing. It was not that phone. It was not my phone. It was a phone in his suitcase.
Oh, it's the bat line.
And later,
Ms. Dean, why are we in court today?
We're in court today because I am suing my daughter's irresponsible soccer coach who decided to completely ignore her health and her safety.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with John and Rebecca Kane, who brought Caroline Sullivan to court over a pawned engagement ring.
This is going wonderfully for you. 3 years is a substantial amount of time.
Agreed.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Sure. So I met Mr. Kane at my job. He had come in a few times before, and I was attracted to him.
One thing leads to another, bada bing, bada boom, but it's more than that. Like you said, you meet his parents, you're dating, you're his girlfriend.
Yes, he was also, when he would fly into Charlotte, he would stay at my place. He even chipped in for some of the rent, some of the bills.
So y'all were cohabitating when he was there?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, continue, ma'am.
And so then about 2.5 years into our relationship, we went out to dinner, and he proposed, and I said yes.
And you said yes.
Very happy.
He was on a knee and everything. It was the
Yes.
whole kit and caboodle.
Yes, yes.
Okay. At what point, ma'am, do you find out that this man has a whole wife?
I picked him up at the airport maybe 6 months after we had been engaged. He came to the apartment, went into the shower, set his phone on the bedside table, and I started hearing like a ringing. It was not that phone. It was not my phone. And it was a phone in his suitcase.
It was the bat line. It was the bat line. Okay.
There are actually 2 other phones. And,
2 other phones, ma'am?
Yes.
So you're telling me this gentleman has 3 different cell phones?
Yes.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. One for me, one for Mrs. Kane, who was calling him, and then another that he has somebody named Baby Girl.
Baby girl?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry, if I may, I think this
Yeah.
is irrelevant because like it's
Oh,
invading
you
my
know what?
privacy.
I can stop you right now, Mrs. Kane. I actually was going to hear what you had to say until you started talking about what is relevant and not irrelevant in my courtroom, because that's only determined by. Can you read the panel?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
Absolutely, that's what I thought. Okay. Now, as I was with you, Madam Defendant, do you have any offering of proof to this?
I
ma'am?
do. I have.
Give that to my bailiff.
Those are my private conversations that I have. She
folder.
should have never been in
Yeah,
my phone to
sure.
begin with.
You're welcome to it.
Thank you.
Let me see, sir. Lord have mercy. Okay. 2 phones I've heard of, but 3,
Use
golly.
them for business as well.
Okay, I bet you do. Okay, so let's look here if we could see this on the plasma. Yeah, okay, so we see wifey, we see fiance, and then we see baby girl. Who's baby girl, sir?
It's another girl named Stephanie.
Okay. How long you been with baby girl?
Not long, like 3 months.
Okay. Child. And you know about baby girl, Mrs.?
No, I don't know about any of these.
I'm just, no, I just need to know if the wife knew. Oh, I
Arrangement is
forgot.
that we
I'm
don't
so,
talk
no,
about
that
it as
was,
privates,
that's actually my bad, y'all. I forgot y'all have a don't ask, don't tell. Okay. Let me get back to you in this ring. Okay, so you find out about wife and baby girl in the same moment.
Yes.
I expect you must be livid.
I was raging.
Raging.
Yes.
Okay, and how did you deal with him? Did you immediately break up? How does this go?
I didn't know how he would react, so I took the photo of the phones. I slept on the couch that night. I didn't confront him that night. And then when he left the next day to go back to the airport, I texted him and I said, I believe the text is also.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me read it.
Sure.
John, I wanted to do this over text because I don't think I can do this in person. I found your other phones. I really don't want any excuses. I see all that I need to see. John, I really tried to love you as best as I can. I tried to absolutely make the best. You were my number 1 for 3 years, but clearly you did not want the same. I want you to know that you have hurt me more than I ever thought possible. And if you ever come back to my apartment, I'm calling the cops on you. Then you say, if you're breaking up with me, can I have the ring back? Out of all of that, that's what you went to. What happened at that point, ma'am?
Sorry. When he.
I know you're upset. I've also had a broken engagement as well, so I really understand how you were feeling, ma'am. Go ahead.
So when he sent the text, I wasn't expecting that. Truthfully, I was very, very mad. So I took the ring to a pawn shop.
Upon receiving this trifling message?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the pawn shop receipt?
Yes.
Okay. And just, listen, I might have had a diamond or two in my day. So I do believe, sir, that you probably, had a valuation of a diamond that was $4,000 or $5,000, but because of the trade in the market, you didn't even get $1,000 for that ring. Is that correct? I see the receipt here. Only $800.
That's my ring. It's my property.
What'd you do with the money?
It's in savings right now.
Good for you. I don't want to hear anything further from you two. I've heard enough from you two. Is there anything else you want this court to know before I make my ruling, dear?
No, thank you.
Okay. I'm ready to rule in this matter, and it's very simple. It's in bad faith to get on a knee and ask a woman to spend the rest of her life with you under the conditions of holy matrimony when you know damn well you are not in a position to offer such. But because you were so hoodwinked, you were so deceived, you were so lied to, the entire condition of the promise is fraudulent. You proposed on a fraudulent basis. You gave her a diamond ring on a fraudulent basis. This court finds in complete favor of the defendant. I am dismissing your claim in its entirety. And honestly, if I could, sir, I would have you pay her $2,500 more just for her. In fact, I think I will. I think I'll have you pay $2,500 simply for the pain and suffering. She could add that to her savings account. The court rules in favor of the defendant. I dismiss the plaintiff's case. That is my ruling.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Any final thoughts for each other?
I'm just happy that it turned out the way that it did, and I can move on with my life.
She agreed to marry me and then changed her mind, so she should give the money back.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
And what is the nature of how long she was playing soccer? What level is she?
Yeah, she's been an avid soccer player since she was in elementary school. Recently, she had a concussion at one of those games.
This is Equal Justice. Shannon Dean claims her daughter was recovering from a concussion, but her soccer coach made her play anyway. Steve Ramirez says the teen had been cleared to play by a doctor and looked fine on the field during the game.
I've got Shannon Dean here as my plaintiff, Steve Ramirez as my defendant. Ms. Dean, why are we in court today?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're in court today because I am suing my daughter's irresponsible soccer coach who decided to completely ignore her health and her safety, as well as my own concerns, and as a result, she was injured.
Tell me about the sport.
She plays soccer.
Play soccer, okay. So you are the soccer coach, sir?
Yes, I'm a volunteer coach.
Volunteer, okay. Noted for the record, okay. All right, Ms. Dean, so this is your daughter's soccer coach, and what is the nature of how long she was playing soccer? What level is she? How old is she? All of that.
Yeah, she's been an avid soccer player since she was in elementary school. And so she was playing, she's been playing for the last couple of years. Recently, she had a concussion in one of those games. So the doctor had her stay out of the games for about 2 weeks until the symptoms went away. So the next game comes, she's free to play, and we get there, and I'm noticing it's starting to get really pretty aggressive for like casual play. So I'm concerned for her safety, and at this point, I'm thinking it does not make sense for her to go back out and play anymore. I rush around the field to get to the coach, and I say to him, I'm like, hey, I think it would make more sense, if we would just have her stay off and not go back and play. And he goes, yeah, I got it. I turn around to go back to my seat, and before I know it, she's out playing on the field. And she ends up having a run-in with another player and has her second concussion.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Did you want to go back out and play anymore?
I felt pressure from Coach Steve that things would be not as good if I didn't participate.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Shannon Dean, who blames Steve Ramirez for her daughter's soccer injury.
Isabel, please approach and sit next to your mother. Okay. First of all, how old are you, dear?
I am 18.
You are 18 years old?
Yes.
Okay. And you were 18 at the time of this incident?
I was 17.
You were 17. During this game that's in question, did you want to go back out and play anymore?
Not really, but Coach Steve was acting incredibly ecstatic, saying, "We can't do this without you. Thank God you're back." And so even though I was nervous about it, I felt it was necessary to either way.
Okay. And so was it Coach Steve that summoned you to go back on the field?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your testimony, Isabel. You can have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's get to you, Mr. Ramirez. So that's their side. What's your side, sir? What would you have me know about this case?
So we're a small community, and I'm a coach, a volunteer coach of 20 girls.
You said that.
Yeah. My daughter plays in the same league. So I want to see them develop into responsible adults. And a part of responsibility is taking responsibility for your actions. And I think that Shannon is forgetting that. And
about the mother.
she's
Okay.
truly
Well,
putting
before
too
we
much
get to
blame
all
on
that,
me.
let's go to game 1, where
Yeah.
Isabel, is injured and suffers this concussion.
I'm not privy to their personal medical records, but I just asked the mother if she's okay with her daughter playing. And if the daughter's okay with it, I have to go by her word.
And what did the mother say?
In the first half, she played perfectly fine.
Okay.
The second half, she came up, but you know how many parents come up to me?
No, I
On a
don't
good
really
day,
care
there's
how
maybe
many
30
parents come up
parents
to you,
yelling
sir,
orders at
because
me.
hold on, Mr. Ramirez, you have to listen. If 20 parents come to you with concern, it's your responsibility to listen, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this one parent came to you and said, I don't think she should play anymore. That's what she said, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you say in response?
We needed her. I asked her if she was ready to go.
And
but,
what did she say?
She said yes, without hesitation, ran onto the field.
Judge Eboni's verdict when equal justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
Let's get back to the money, ma'am. Go ahead and present any evidence that you have to support that.
Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am now looking at a medical invoice from urgent care.
Yes.
Okay, so you took her to urgent care. This
We
is after
went-
this second?
Yeah. After the
Concussion?
second concussion, we went to the emergency room.
Luckily, you got some decent
Very-
insurance,
yes,
so you
thankfully.
only had to come out of pocket $975.
Correct.
Okay, and you've paid this?
Yes.
I have heard all that I need to hear, and I'm ready to rule in this matter. You started your testimony with a single word, irresponsibility. But this court can't find that that irresponsibility, ma'am, falls on the defendant. That was your signal, ma'am, to say to your daughter, sweetheart, we're actually going to go ahead and go. Because despite what the doctor's clearance said, despite what Mr. Ramirez here said and, waved you off because he's got so many parents, the buck with your daughter stops with you. And anytime we put ourselves on that field and we compete at any level, we are assuming that risk. Therefore, pursuant of the assumption of risk, this court finds in favor of the defendant and the plaintiff's case is dismissed. That's my ruling.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Any final thoughts for each other?
You know, your name may be Shannon, but you're definitely a Karen.
I guess your mansplaining days aren't over, Steve.
Okay, you've had your day in court. Please follow me. Ladies first, sir. Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.